In today's chapter, we will generate different shapes and apply design properties on them. And we will see how shapes can be managed by applying design properties. From here, we generate a rectangle shape by dragging the mouse and enabling the rectangle shape. Now looking at the left bar, we can see an instance of the shape we generated. We can hide or lock all generated objects from left bar by using the iSlice from here. Now we'll know in detail about the properties of the Design tab. Here the first is the x-axis and the second is the y-axis. If we move the shape, we can see here that the position of the axis is changing. It is the width of the shape and it is the height. We can manage width and height by inputting specific values. This option is Constraint proportion. We can look the option if we want to constrain the aspect ratio of the shape. In that case, if we change a value of height or width, then the other value will automatically change according to the ratio. Once unlocked again, we can change the height and width as desired. This is an option to input rotation. Or if the rotation pointer is visible outside the shape, we can rotate it by dragging the mouse, then the value of rotation is changing here. We can directly input the rotation value if we want. The next option is corner radius. If we want, we can input the value here and take the radius of the corner. Also, particularly, we can change the radius of the top left corner, top right corner, to bottom right corner, to bottom left corner individually. Using this option, we can change the mode of the selected layer. We can change the opacity of the layer from this option. From here, we can change the fill color of the selected object, or here we can pick any color through color picker. We can add linear color in addition to solid and change the color position. By enabling these color controllers, we can change the color of any position. By selecting the color controller, we can change the color opacity of any side. Similarly, we can apply radial color. In that case, after selecting the radial color, we can add position like this. You can add multiple color pointers and change the color and change the position. There we can add multiple color pointers and select the colors. From this option, we can use a diamond color. After that, we want to use a background image directly. We can choose the image from the local machine by selecting the image option. Also, we can fill, fit, crop, style the image from this option. By clicking on this option, we can flip the background image. From these drop-down options, here we can change the mode of this background image. We can edit the background image by changing the position of these option points. Again, by clicking on this minus icon, we can remove that design. We can add a stroke by clicking the plus icon of stroke. From this drop-down, stroke positions can be centered inside and outside. By changing the value here, we can change the thickness of the stroke as needed. Clicking this ellipsis icon opens this drop-down option. From here, you can change the stroke style. We can attach effects to selective objects by clicking the plus icon in the effect option. Use inner shadow, drop shadow, layer blur and background blur from this option. These effect settings change the horizontal positions of the shadow in X, the blurring of the shadow in blur, and the vertical position in Y, spread of the shadow in spread. Here the opacity of the shadow is managed. Clicking this plus icon opens the options to export selective object. The resolutions of the export object is added from this select option, and the extension of export object is attached from this option. Suffix can be added to the export file name by setting the value here. A preview of the export object can be seen from this preview option. And finally, by clicking on the export button, the desired file is exported.